Ready? I'm ready. Here we go. It's Group 3 race, Spa Francorchamps. Belgium. I don't even know who got the qualifying at the top spot. Who was it? It was Turbo next to Gabo and Takey 94, Girdle, and Gnarly in 5th. Alrighty. They're revving the engines. Go TPR2, says Ander. Waiting for that green. Everybody's tense. And it's green racing. And look at that, a great start. Some of these guys got absolute rockets. Who was that at the back? Absolutely. He got about 3 positions. As we get into the first corner, La Source, I think we're all good. No red flags needed. Oh, a few of the guys got punted. But Gnarly, he gets back up to pace relatively quick. Look at all the Rockefeller guys surrounding. Wow, Speak Loud. What a correction from Speak Loud. That guy was going sideways up towards Eau Rouge. Exotica, some of these guys are getting just a little bit too aggressive. Oh, they've set themselves off. That's Speak and Tuco. They probably deserve that for the aggressiveness, but the way the physics work in GT Sport, sometimes you just can't. You can't. It just happens. You don't mean to, but it just sets off this like chain reaction where you just keep bumping into each other. Unfortunately, that's only 2 guys. So, Speak Loud and Tuco, gel speed's off. 2 to 3 up Eau Rouge. We've lost a few people. Gel speed's out. I don't know why Gel's out. He might have some hardware issues. So he's gone skis. But at the front, it's Turbo. And look at this little battle for the first place. There's 4 cars getting amongst it all. Turbo, Taiki, Gabo, TPRT are up there. Gnarly, he's not too far away. He's back up into 5th place where he qualified. Oh, Taiki. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. From BDRT. But look at this red, white and blue livery from Turbo. It is patriotic as. Look at the battles. Oh, Takey's done it up the inside. Beautiful little move. Gabo might be able to get the Supra. There wasn't a great exit that Turbo would have wanted. Francisco Rivera has shared the stream. Thank you very much for that sharing support. And it's so awesome to see you guys support me each and every week. Look at these 4 cars. We can't stop watching what's happening at the front because it is just non-stop. There's 5, 6 cars. Gnarly gets in. Turbo's falling all the way back to 5th place. Gnarly, he's going to lose his spot to Armandor, who's up beside him in the Audi. And he does. Wow, great racing all the way through that lap. It's a long lap, but they've managed to put on some absolutely hectic race. Now, like I said, I didn't call the red flag between the guys at the back, Speak Loud and Tuco and that. It wasn't turn 1. It wasn't more than 3. I don't know what happened to gel speed. Hopefully we can get a replay of that in just a moment. But we've got to wait until all this settles down, otherwise we're going to miss something major. Here we go again. Look at this. They're trying. Armandor, he's getting pushed along by Gnarly now. Is it working? Is it working? Oh, Gnarly. Oh, there he is. Turbo. Did he push off? Oh no! Surely that's going to be a penalty. Vegas. Sherrick Carlton Williams has liked the stream. Thank you very much, Sherrick. It's good to have you along. But Vegas drops all the way from about 6th to 7th, all the way to 11th. He'll be disappointed. Again, that is the GT Sport physics. Oh, Tuco goes sideways. Does he correct it? He's just held on. That was a wild ride for Tuco. He's been pushing hard to try and get back up to the front since the beginning of this one. Oh, Pouon, that is not what he wants to see. It's a rough ride through Pouon there. But back up the front, got Gabo now leading with Takey and Girdle. So 2 TPRT and a BDRT. It's completely changed the face of what we were so used to in the first couple of opening laps. Lap 2, and there's still 3 guys now. So close. Remember, we've still got to do strategy. Gabbo gets a good lead. Girdle, is he going to dive up the inside at the bus stop? Oh, he doesn't. He's done just that. He might just tag his teammate. Takey, he tries to get back around the outside, but Girdle, he squeezed him off. Oh, it's going to be contentious. And look at him. Look at these two guys up towards the source now. Takey jumps back onto the racing line in the Subaru, and he's going to fight another day. So TPRT 1 and 2 right now. They're pretty happy the way that one's worked out. Well, that was a crazy start. Let's go back to the very beginning of this race and see what we can see. Look at the back. Look at Tuco. He got a few spots, didn't he? And then up the front, it was all to play for. Then on the run down, just trying to figure out who do we want to watch. That was Speak Loud, I think, getting pushed out wide. Too wide up Eau Rouge. Radion. This is where the bumping started. Look at this. Oh, it was a bit hectic. Speak Loud and Tuco got taken out. Don't know what happened to Gel Speed. That's what we're trying to figure out as well. Was there a car off? He's already off. That's Gel Speed's off there somewhere. And oh, it was a mad replay at the start. Back up to the front though. TPRT leading 1, 2, 3. Oh, the synergy ender, the absolute synergy. Oh, the stewards are going to have a very busy time off that restart. We will take another look at it because I think we need to take a different angle look at it. But it was very aggressive. And again, I'm not blaming anyone because I don't know who to blame. But I think it has to do with the physics of the game sometimes. You know, when you're racing alongside someone and they come in across to bump you, and then all of a sudden your car sort of swings back and it bumps them, and then it just sets off this mad chain reaction, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what happened there. And yeah, it's just what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Gnarly's down there chasing Armandor for 4th. He's just got to stick with him because if he loses a slipstream here, he's going to have a hard time keeping up. Axel's done well. He's up to 6th. And there's a big field of cars. Speak Loud is the front of them. Oh, Gelson got disconnected. We're thinking it might have been hardware issues or something like that. Sorry that's happened, bro. That is our esports version of an engine blow up or just something that it's just the esports version. It sucks, but yeah, man, that's harsh, bro. Look at this racing though, in this pack racing. This is great stuff. Speak Loud, Legacy amongst it. Vegas, he got pushed back a little bit. Turbo was all the way at the front too in the Audi, but he must be on harder tyres. I do have to quickly go through the tyre compounds of all the drivers in just a moment. But what we found out last week, which was especially important, was you needed to be on those quick tyres at the start to stay with the front runners, because once you lose those front runners and you lost that slipstream, there was no hope. There was absolutely no hope. The nature of this track meant that if you started on the hards, you were going to fall back too far in the field, and even if you had the pace at the end, you had lost far too much time in the beginning. So unfortunately, if any of these guys win it, so Exotica, Vegas, Legacy, Turbo, if any of these guys win it in Speak Loud, they're going against the maths. Oh, we've had someone out wide. It was Exotica. He's gotten back onto the track. He had a much better start this week than we've seen previous, so it's good. because sometimes Exotica can get on the back foot from the first lap. Usually not out of his own fault. He's just usually caught up in. He's just usually caught up in it. He's one of those guys that sometimes is unlucky. Tista, stop making me look like an idiot. No, you did well. I don't know how you did it. But of course there's exceptions to the rule. Of course there's exceptions. Let's get through the tyres. Softs at the front, so not surprising. Again, Girdle on the softs. Softs for Teki. And then it's mediums for Armandor, so he's doing pretty well at the moment. He's not too far off. And mediums for Nali. So this is everything sorted itself out. Mediums for Axel. Then it's mediums for Speedcloud. And then mediums for Vegas. Mediums for Legacy. Turbo. Hard. Everyone's in order. This is amazing. Exotica's on the mediums. Oh, he's the only one out of order. And then there will be Tuco, who's also on the hards. He's really been struggling for grip at the moment. And what did you start on gel speed? Back up to the front. The two TPRT guys, they can work together in unison here. The synergy, we were calling it. And yeah, I'm sure they're going to probably go on to do great things in this race. Lap 5 now, so we're probably going to see some guys pit in. Probably not the guys on the softs, so the guys in the midfield will probably do that. But Gabbo and Girdle, look, you can see the bump drafting that's been going on. Girdle's been giving him the old hurry up. If you don't have the draft though at Spa, you must admit it's pretty difficult. Like, you've put yourself at a disadvantage over those who do have the draft up front. New likes, Jackson Lamin. Welcome back, Jackson. It's good to have you along today for this race of the SFR GT Challenge. This is the second division, or GTC2. Now let's go back through the midfield. Axel's just getting there. None of these guys are coming in, which is interesting. Or is that their 5 laps? No, Turbo's in, of course. So, hards off for both Tuco and Turbo. Speedcloud. What has he done? He's gone to the softs now. So it mixes things up in the field. Turbo comes out. He's gone to medium, so he's getting rid of those harder compounds early on. Softs now for Exotica, so he needs to get ahead and catch back up with Speedcloud. He needs to do that now. Otherwise, I don't think Exotica's going to be able to advance much further in this race, just because of the nature of the track. Then it's Tuco, he's on the mediums, and yeah, he's way back behind someone, so Tuco on the back foot already. Turbo medium tyres. Softs for Speedcloud. He's gonna disappear now. Watch Speedcloud just pick up that pace. Alston Kurtz like the stream. Thank you very much, Alston. And then mediums for... who are we looking at? Alston Kurtz, new following. Thank you very much. Legacy. Legacy's on mediums. I'm surprised these guys have continued on an extra lap. It's not required, but they can do it. I just think you'd be losing too much time. Same with Vegas, but the medium for 6 laps now has been their decision. And Axel on mediums. Again, I don't know why these guys are going an extra lap. Gnarly doing the same thing. Armandor, exactly the same thing. And then it's these guys at the front. But look at these guys here. Gabbo and Girdle. Take is in interesting. So the guys at the front of the race have just continued on, racing forward from both TPRT. But the man in the Subaru from BDRT has decided softs are coming off. He's getting some new soft tyres on, so smart decision when he's up the front of the race, and Takey can continue on with this one. He's come back out in third, so he's done well. He was sort of falling off that slipstream train anyway, so no real big loss for Takey. He's just going to now try and consolidate third, I think. Look at these guys, though. Armandor and Vegas. They're right inside each other's house. And somebody's not invited. Vegas, he gets ahead and gives Armandor the shoe. So Vegas now in 4th spot. I wonder how much these guys are going to keep swapping and changing as this race continues. Spec 1. Lots of tater chips. Letting her rip. There's lots going on today. Different race today. It's interesting to some of the other races we've had. Now, why is my chat not working? Nothing's working. Somebody just say hello in chat. I need to see if it updates. Thank you very much for your support and your ongoing patronage. Up the front though, Gambo and Girdle. Oh, Girdle needs to be careful because if he loses his mate, it's game over, really, isn't it? I don't know. Are these guys going to fight when we get to the end of the race? Are they going to be, are they going to be friends when we get to the end of the race? Ali Rashid has liked the stream. Thank you very much. Are they gonna fight? Oh, Jackson, look at that. Boom, it's working. I just had to hit refresh. Don't know why. Don't know why it didn't work before, but thank you everyone for continuing to chat. Alright, so these guys have come in. They're lucky they're probably not sharing the same pit box, otherwise, well, they'd be double stacking. Girdle's in. Gabbo's in. Gabbo's used a little bit more fuel. I don't know if that's going to hurt him. Medium tyres now. Oh, that was close. Takey wasn't far off them, so Takey might have actually gained a bit of time. So that was a good strategy from Takey to pit earlier, because the boys in front of him have lost so much time. He's about to overtake them. Here we go, the overtake for 2nd place. Takey's coming for them. The Subaru. Here we go. Oh, can he get it done? Oh, he's been bullied out of it again. Girdle pushes across, blocks the run, and he has to just secede for now. And but Takey wants to upset their rhythm. He wants to get it in their minds, and he wants to take these better podium positions away. He can probably take 1st place. This is what I mean. You need to be on the quick tyres and in the slipstream. And Takey, he's found himself much better off by pitting earlier. And now, look at that. He's getting the TPRT guys to pull him along. And even, he's going to overtake them. Beautiful, beautiful strategy call from Takey. Poo on. Girdle now. He's having to defend from Takey, and Gabbo is getting away. So what Takey needs to do is not upset the rhythm of these TPRT guys too much. He's done it though. I think he's done it. Oh, look at that. Beautiful move. Too wide. And Takey says, I'll take your spot. Take 2nd position. Can he take 1st place? He is 1 lap worse off on those tyres. But I think if he's in that slipstream, which he is, he's going to be able to get back into this race. And look at the gap he's already built on Girdle now. 5/10 the gap now. So Girdle lost the synergy he had with his teammate. Takey let it rip. Tater chip. He's into 2nd place. And the man from Malaysia, I imagine, that's the Malaysian flag. He's now fighting for 1st. This is huge. On board with Gabbo. His lap time last lap, 2:12. He's got to be careful now. So Takey is right inside that slipstream. Oh, trying to straighten up Rouge and Radion. Got to be careful they don't take too much of the track out and cut too much of it, but I think they were okay then. Look at this. Gabbo And it's like he's got a chain stretched out from the back wing, attached to the front bumper of Takey, and he's just pulling him in. And now Gabbo needs to play a smart game. He needs to back him up, let Girdle get back into the game, and get the TPRT guys to be working back in synergy again. But Girdle is too far away at the moment to do anything, and he can't upset the rhythm. Takey is in now. Takey is going to take first place. Into Puon. This is the part we saw Takey really come alive. He puts all that Subaru power to play, and he's got some great racecraft to do some of these overtakes. Too wide through here. Battle for second and first. It's just heated. It's just heating up. So we're going to get to boiling point very shortly. We're on lap 9 at 25. Thank you, Ali, also for hitting the follow. Like I said, guys, your names are supposed to come up down the bottom, but my stream labels do not work. I do not know why. I probably need to uninstall everything and just restart. But thank you very much, Ali, for following, and hopefully you guys can enjoy some of the other action we had. Don't forget, if you missed last night's GT3 race on ACC on the PC, we were at Brands Hatch. Go and watch maybe the sprint race, which is the second race. On YouTube, there is a separate video for it, but on Facebook, you just have to skip ahead. But yeah, if you didn't watch that and you're bored today, give it a watch after this. Takey, though, he did get a sniff of an overtake. Got a nose in there. Gabbo, though, he held firm. Girdle, he still hasn't caught up to these guys. And because of it, he's still out of action and he can't really support his teammate at the moment. But Gabbo's doing a fantastic job of holding everybody off. It might only be one person, but this is a huge task for the man ahead from TPRT. Is that true? No? Oh, you're right. Gabbo's on mediums. How has he done that? I totally forgot. Yeah, you're right. So the fact that Gabbo was holding off Takey, who's on softs, I don't think it's going to last much longer, and it won't. Well, there you go. That was, yeah, look at these guys. They're on mediums. Takey. All that time that he should have gained, actually, by going softs, which he did, because he caught back up both Gabbo and Girdle. After his pit stop, he caught them up, but these guys are on mediums. You can see in the bottom left hand of your screen it says RM, Racing Mediums. Takey is on softs. And the fact that Gabbo has held him up for at least 2 or 3 laps, that means any time Takey was about to gain from using those softs for so long is wiped clear off the board. So Gabbo has done an enormously powerful job. It's going to be very vital to helping TPRT get back in front. He might have had to do it all on his lonesome. I mean, Girdle did put up a good fight. He did put up a very good fight. But once he was left sort of stranded there in third, it was sort of a bit too hard for him to catch up. He's now come back into the race thanks to his teammate. Girdle's back in it. But look at this, Takey. I didn't know this. He's on softs. He should be a lot further ahead, and he's not. So, yeah, good eyes there, Rocky, for picking that up. So we've got the next pit stops happening. So this is Speak Loud up in the 5th. Everything sort of stayed as is as we're watching that battle now for the last 5 laps. Tuco's in. He's up to 10th. Let's see if that stays that way after the pit stop. Probably not, because Turbo's coming out. So is Exotica, he's gone hards. Again. Jackson, where are you watching from? You're on Facebook, aren't you? TPRT did do their job on RMs. Tai Chi is one of the top drivers from Malaysia. He's doing well for BDRT, I must say. You've got a good driver there with some real talent and skill. Sort of settled down in the midfield now. Legacy and Tuco. Oh, Legacy. Here we go. They should work together and get back into the race with those ahead of them. Oh, Legacy goes to turn in, but there was a Tuco on the apex. Oh, that sucks, doesn't it? That happens sometimes. So Legacy now at the back of the field. We've got 12 competitors left. We unfortunately lost Jill Speedy, had some hardware issues and disconnected. He didn't get even a third of a lap in. Tai Chi, hopefully I'm saying his name right, is now leading, but it's really these two guys from TPRT that have held our attention today. Looks like all my other chat things don't work. I'll fix that up later. Maximiliano Miranda is following. Thank you very much. Maximiliano. Tai Chi though, on those softer tyres, I think they're really starting to wear down, because you can see the TPRT guys right now have come into a second wind and they're really about to upset the game that Tai Chi's playing in first place. But Hector Alvarez, you're right, the racecraft in GTC2 this season has been top-notch. It was a little bit aggressive at the start, but top-notch. On board with Girdle. This is the sight he's been watching pretty much all race now. Well, that's what I don't understand. It's coming through my chat widget on my webpage, but it's not coming up on here. Again, thank you Streamlabs. You make some awesome tools that just never consistently work. It'd be nice if they did. Sorry guys, I don't know why your chat messages aren't coming up, because I'm still seeing them where they should be coming up. It is how it is. Tai Chi is a sitting duck and he's coming into the pits. This is going to be an interesting situation, because he now will probably go medium or hard, where TPRT are going to probably, well, they will either go hard or soft here. So Armandor's in, getting rid of those hards. Oh, what happened? Girdle, hard. Just had a change of lead. Alright, let's get an update. Hard tyres. Hard tyres. So both the guys on hards. Tai Chi, hard tyres. So he's going to finish on mediums. And yeah, and you can already see the pace difference between the two. TPRT were able to keep him at bay and keep up with him on mediums while he was on softs. And now on the equal tyres again. And you can see he's just struggling to readjust to the less grip, the slower tyres. So he needs to adapt now. Otherwise, any chance of a third or better is all but done. Gnarly's on softs. He's continuing on his run, so he's gone a bit of a long stint now, and he is the leader of this race. He could be the wild card that could upset TPRT here. So if Gnarly fights, if TPRT catch up to Gnarly very quickly, and Gnarly's like, nah, I've got track position, I'm not letting you go through, it could really upset things. But at the moment, they're okay. They're not close enough for that to affect them yet, but they will get a slipstream off him if they get there. So yeah, interesting times ahead for this race. welcome Zero, my VIP fan. Welcome up from YouTube, son. I need to give you like a patch or something, Zero, like something that no one else has. Because you've been such a good, loyal supporter, and you're always here. I know everyone else is here, but Zero's, for some reason, he'll chuck in money when he hasn't even seen a lap run. He's crazy. Anyway, back up to the front. These TPRT guys doing well. And obviously they take the lead as our man from Rockefeller is in the pits. Let's see where he pops back out into this race. Gnarly's probably going to disappear to PC land. I must say, guys, for those of you that got ACC on console, I'm disappointed that 505 and whatever have given you the product they did, because, you know, I think you can live with 30 frames, but I have seen some shocking footage of some frame rate issues that you guys have had. I've seen one. You don't have private lobbies. That is just absurd, if you ask me. And I do want to say, yes, they're working on it, or we can give them. You know what? I don't want to ruin it too much. I did a podcast on this, and I got very emotional in the podcast. I'm going to release it this week. So if you do want to talk about that topic, I did record something. I don't want to ruin it too much for you, but you can already see I'm getting quite angry. It's only because I think you guys deserve better. That's all. I think you all deserve better than what you got. Tuco, he's doing okay. He's up to 7th place. He was struggling before. I don't know if he's on a different rotational stint. But Armandor there from PREC, Puerto Rican E-Racing Club, chasing him down through Puon. No, I'm sure it doesn't work with... No, I don't think any PlayStation game works with triples. That's what I mean. Like if he's getting triples now, and because I know he's got PC, you're gonna lose some boys. No, he's probably not. He's probably gonna stick around. But for me with GT Sport, I haven't played it for months now. I've just lost all hope in it. The penalty system, everything. I think obviously leagues and stuff are fine, but I'm a player that ironically can't commit to league racing. But when I do want to race, I want to, pick up and go. So, I mean, GT Sport was perfect for that, but I've not enjoyed it in the last couple of months, so I've just not played it. But like I said, I've got a new podcast recorded. I've renamed the podcast to just the Sim Racing Podcast by Demo One Garage. It was called Talking Esports before, but I think that confused some people. That we were talking about all of esports, like League of Legends and Counter-Strike, and I wasn't just Sim Racing. So it's the Sim Racing Podcast, and hopefully I'll be able to record. They're not supposed to be as long as I recorded this one. I think it's about the half hour, 45 minutes, because I got so emotionally ingrained into the topic. But they're supposed to be 15-20 minute talks where I can just sit down and record them quickly and maybe have someone on here and there to have a chat. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that on the YouTube and the Facebook, guys. If you are a Twitch follower and supporter, don't forget to follow us on our website or on Facebook as well. There's a lot more that goes on than just streaming on here, so we'd love to have you along and involved in some of this stuff. Now we can see some of the other drivers now starting to catch up. Turbo's here. So Turbo, what tyres was Turbo on? Soft tyres. He's got no fuel, so he's probably going to have to come in this lap. Taichi's got fuel and he's on hard tyres, and you can see he's just not quite adjusted to the pace difference. Turbo obviously has soft tyres, and he'll always have the advantage over anyone else. So Turbo's gone through, but as you can see, he's got almost no fuel left, so he's going to need to pit, and he's going to lose that third spot. Tai Chi will just let this happen. The guys at the front, Girdle hasn't got fuel to the end, either does Gabbo, so it's going to be... It could be close, because Tai Chi has saved just a fraction smidge. He is not as... We thought he was a sitting duck, but he's actually done really well. He's stayed with these guys now. We know they're on the same tyre, but I thought he was going to lose a little bit more time, so it's been pretty good from Tai Chi. Gnarly's up to 4th place. Oh, here we go. We're starting to get quite busy in the midfield. Speed Cloud's at the front of the train, and he's pulling along a few competitors to mix this up. Now my chat has just completely reset on me. So if you guys said anything cool that I was reading, it's all gone now. God, I love Streamlabs. Oh. I can't wait until I can code this stuff myself, because I'm sure my coding will be better, even though I would never have coded anything else in my life. I did once have to learn Python when I was doing my networking diploma, but I didn't like coding then. I still don't like it now, but I'm doing it out of... I just want to make things that work for me. Look at this. This racing is going off. Speed Cloud has fallen back into the pack. Armandor and Tuco, they're shoving their noses in there, and Speed Cloud is not happy with it. Turbo's come out and running too. This is great stuff. This pack racing, it's just gone alive on lap 16, and I'm very happy to see that it's happening. Oh, he's going to chuck it up the inside. Look at these guys now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this, Turbo. It's almost going to be 3 wide as we run up towards the bus stop chicane. There is nothing in it. I don't know how these guys are fitting these cars on this road. They're even having to use some of the runoff. Wow, Speed Cloud's fallen backwards. Turbo's up forward. Tuco's gone. Oh, Speed Cloud's going to lose another spot. Diamond Door. Oh, he tags Speed Cloud on the entrance of... Oh, how did he hold on to that? That was a crazy move from both of them. Bit of a late dive, but he had to try something, didn't he, Armandor? And Speed Cloud, he almost came off second best, but he's held on. Trying to do the switchback here, but just doesn't work for him. And there's Axel. He wants to get involved. He sees all the fun, and he wants to let a rip tater chip as well. Now we end up... I'm glad you guys are here live, actually. Look at this. Turbo. Tuco. It's going to be Turbo for the win. Inside line, he cuts back across to try open up the corner. And almost pushes Tuco off into the nether realm. But Turbo's done it. He's done it cleanly enough. I just want to say... Yes, obvious. Like ACC, I'm not doubting the physics on the console. I haven't got it, so I can't really comment on it anyway. But I hear it's 100% the same, so that's great because it's really, really good. You know what? I explained it on the podcast because. You just shouldn't have to deal with the issues you've had to deal with. There shouldn't have been any issues. That's my point. And I think they're getting away with it. I think 505 or Kunos, whoever is responsible for doing the console launch, they're getting away with it because too many people are just, oh, it's okay. It shouldn't have been like that in the first place. Oh, big one! Gnarly! Whoa, he's chucked Takey into a big spin. So Gnarly now takes the lead. Is Gnarly doing some crazy strat that we have never seen before? Turbo comes across. Tight. Keys in. Touchy. Girdle getting some fuel. Alright. So Gnarly doesn't have fuel. This is the difference now. It's a game of fuel. Armador round in third. Oh, look at this. Look at these guys. Oh, this is crazy stuff. And Taichi's ahead of them. So the TPRT boys use too much fuel. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. But medium tyres to the end now for Taichi. Look at this. This is going to be in a very interesting race. These three guys have really put on a great strategic show for us today. And here comes Gabbo. Oh, he's going to go to the inside. The man on the mediums, he can't quite hold him at bay much longer. He's not going to give up, though. He's going to be on the outside for the next turn, and he swaps back ahead. And the Subaru is now staying in fourth place. TPRT, though, got two drivers that they can work together. This is some great racing. So don't forget, if you do want to listen to me rant on, the new episode will be out this week. Keep an eye out for it on, like I said, Facebook and YouTube. It's just called the Sim Racing Podcast. And I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say after you've listened to it. So, yeah, good luck. And again, I just want to say before you listen to it, it's quite an emotionally charged episode, and I'm not attacking anyone at all. I think people will get that impression, but whatever. It is what it is. I care about sim racing. I care about everyone who sim races. Doesn't matter if you're on console or PC, I don't care. You're a sim racer. And one shouldn't get more attention than the other just because, I don't know, some people think it's not the same. I'll end it there for today. We've got a great race ending here. Taichi, who has come out on medium tyres ahead of both the TPRT crew who are on, well, I think they're on softs. Let's double check they are. And while they can work together, Taichi has no one really to back him up. This is all about him, his skill, his ability to position his car, and if he's got any crazy tricks. Now will he try an Igor Fraga coming up to Eau Rouge Radeon? Let's have a look. It's not the last lap just yet. Lap 19 at 25. We're getting quite close to the end. He still managed to keep them behind. That's his teammate Girdle. Here we go. Hector, you're not wrong. Oh, look at that. Oh, and Girdle's gotten through too. Taichi, he's fallen all the way from 4th to 6th, which is basically 1st to 3rd. You know what, Spec One? I'm starting to get that impression too, sir. And that's not what sim racing should be about. Because that was the whole point of sim racing was, you know, we can just look how easy it is to get into racing in the virtual world. You just buy a computer, buy a console, buy a wheel, and you buy a $60 game, and boom, you're racing. So, you know, a few $100 compared to a few $1,000 is a lot cheaper than. But in saying that, I still think at the moment, while there's some people that like to show off and go, look, I got the butt kickers and the triple monitors and the direct drive wheel, which if you've got one of those things, again, I'm not attacking you, but I'm just saying there are some people out there that do this stuff, because I've got triple monitors for broadcasting, which I can tell you, oh my god, it is so good to have 3 monitors. I don't know how I did it with 1, let alone 2, because there's so much stuff that you need to be able to see. And while I've been babbling on, the TPRT guys, they've gone. They've absolutely disappeared. Gnarly is still leading though, which is a very interesting decision. So let's see how far he can take it. Turbo is there in second. And these are the guys. Where was I going with that? Yeah, if you know, in saying that, if you do have the expensive stuff, it doesn't mean you're good. You can still be on the cheap Logitech or even controller. We've seen it in the race. It was early on when sim racing was just becoming very popular. I forget who it was, but he was winning against people on wheels and stuff with a controller. So you can still be fast with the cheap stuff. But yeah, you're right. There's this sort of community now that's sort of just look at all the good stuff I've got. That's exactly what I was saying, Hector. You gotta let me finish my point. Nah, I agree with you though. Again, I don't hate anyone here. No, but this is why I need to bring back the podcast. Can you see how much opinions we've all got? Can you see how there's nowhere for us to really say these things and not get attacked? Again, I'm not attacking Hector. I'm just being an idiot because it's Monday morning, I'm cold, and I don't like getting up in the mornings ever. So I'm a little bit weird. If you're with me in the Navy, and you were on the dogs watch with me, which is like, 4 to 8 in the morning, yeah, you would have seen me at my weirdest. This is Exotica doing a fine job of holding off two behind him. I've got to do 2 jobs now. Be a social commentator on sim racing and commentate an active race in front of me, and it's hard to keep my thoughts. Speak Loud's in 9th place. His last lap 2:17. Let's have a look, see what tyres this man's on. He's on the softs. What is Vegas on? He's on the softs. What is our man from BDRT on? On the softs, but he's got no fuel. Oh, but he's holding him up. And they've got fuel to the end. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I think Exotica is going to be done here because he's going to need to come in. Oh, he's gone to the inside. I don't know if he's giving the spot back or he's just lining up to get into the pit lane, which I think is what he was doing. And boom, Vegas is on and through. So the Rockefeller boys 8th and 9th right now. Good to see. Axel's down in 10th place. BDRT Exotica. But yeah, this is why I want to start the podcast back up, because we've all got opinions on the topic, and I want a place where you can share your opinion and not get attacked because you're wrong or I'm right. If you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we can get charged and I can tell you that you didn't let me finish. Again, a joke. But yeah, I think it's I think we need it. Because yeah, sometimes there's I don't know, you can get attacked for just saying sim racing console, which I think is silly. I tell you what, all the chat is supposed to be, for those watching back, I'm sorry you can't see the chat. There it is, it's just popped up. So what I suggest you do is pause as I refreshed the chat as it was popping up and try and get back through all the messages. So Spec 1 said, I actually went from the T150 to the TGT, which is the same wheel I got, and I'm glad I got it. It's a pretty decent wheel. Made really no difference in my actual overall performance, but individual immersion is a different topic. That's exactly Spec 1. Bang on what happened to me, man. I didn't really improve. In saying that, I didn't really practice. I probably played less since I bought the TGT because I've been commentating more. But yeah, the immersion was amazing on GT Sport with the TGT. You can feel the wheel flex. You can feel it wobble. You can, it's just incredible that that's even there in the game. And the fact you can feel that through a wheel. Gnarly's up to 3rd, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold it because surely his fuel's not going to last. He's on the hard tyre and his fuel will last. Taichi's falling through the order. This is huge for the race. And Turbo somehow come back. So these guys that were on the harder tyre at the beginning, they're straight back in it. Gnarly, Turbo, Taichi gets a spot back in 3rd, which I thought Taichi was going to hold 3rd, but it looks like he's lost too much time. So Gnarly and Turbo could be the late surprises here. This is going to be a very interesting watch to the end. Here we go, Tai Chi. He can't really defend. Gnarly's got the slipstream as well, so Tai Chi loses 2. Oh, he's punted Gnarly! Oh, he's held it up, and Gnarly pushed on through to Turbo. And I think Turbo ran through the corner, which is fine, but he's probably going to have to just slow down and give them back the time, which they'll probably gain through here anyway. Quite an interesting race so far. I'm sure you've all enjoyed it. Now, I don't know who we think's going to get 3rd place. Anders going to stay with his G29. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him getting a better wheel. Because like I said, and what Spec 1 said, it's the immersion. The immersion. No, but seriously, like, the TGT anyway, obviously because it was designed for GT Sport. On GT Sport it feels fantastic. And I don't think there's any wheel out there that can compete with it in this game. But it didn't make any of us faster. But it's really nice to be able to feel those forces happening through your hands. It's amazing that you can get through just through a wheel. Like you can tell that that's the wheel flexing and bouncing and screeching for grip. And Turbo is screeching into 3rd place. Oh, I didn't think Turbo was going to take 3rd place. Surely he's got no fuel left. No, he's done it. Look at this. This man could even take away 1st and 2nd. Gap's only 3 seconds. We've got, not enough laps. This is what I was talking about. At the start, if you start on those hard tyres, you just lose too much time, even though you're quicker at the end. It's going to be tight. Turbo might be able to do it. And if he does it, he's going to shut me up. But let's see. Turbo now, his chase is on. 3 seconds to catch the 2 TPRT boys. And they're literally within sight. So Turbo could really upset the ending of this race. Well, Zero, you're right. He was 1st. He obviously had the harder compound tyres on. And he went all the way to the back of the field because harder compound tyres and not as quick. And now he's up into 3rd. I just think he's running out of laps. But it's been a tremendously powerful strategy from Turbo. The one strategy I thought would never work. It might come to him here. This could be a big upset. I'm really excited to see what Turbo can do with it. Now, Ander, are you modifying your G29, sir? What does Ander keep doing to his G29? Does he keep 3D printing things for it? Because I think that's really cool that you can do that. That's the other cool thing about sim racing is you can just do that stuff. Alrighty. Oh, look at this. Turbo. Come on, son. He's gonna put on a mad show at the end. These guys must be shaking in their boots. We're coming on to lap 24 and 25. I just want to show you something. This is the restart of the race. This was Turbo at the start. He got swamped. He held the lead well. Watch the aggressiveness of the field though. Tai Chi was there in 2nd. This is right at the back of the start of the race. He just didn't have the pace at this point because of those tyres. Look at Tai Chi with the extra pace. Here come the TPRT guys. And Turbo, he fell all the way to the back of the pack. It was some great racing. Back up here though, oh, it was all sorts of nuts. Speak Loud though, he's up to 10th, and he's on the heels of Axel. So we've got a few battles really that are yet to settle in this one. Turbo's still chasing. Oh, look at that, it's only 8/10. He's within slipstream range now. And we're on the penultimate lap. So we've got another almost 3 minutes of racing to go. And I really think Turbo could do this because he's on the better tyre. And the TPRT guys, they need to work together here. They just need to park their cars in the middle of this road and not let Turbo through. Here we go. Turbo, oh, he's going to get them surely. This is all but over. But I've seen these guys hold off a man on quicker tyres. TPRT, they held off Tai Chi, remember, on softs when they were on mediums. So they've been in this situation before. Girdle, again, he's going to lose his teammate. So what Girdle can do here is slow Turbo down and let Gabbo get some breathing room. This will be where the teammates come in to their own. Turbo, though, he wants to clear them as quickly as possible because if Gabbo's let free, it's going to be a hard task to catch with only 1 lap to go. Oh, look at that. He's really elbowing his way through. He's done it, though. And his next target is Gabbo ahead of him. Girdle, I don't think he'll have the pace as we come into the final lap of the race. Girdle. Not yet. Axel staying ahead of Speak Loud. We're watching that battle for 9th and 10th as well. There's also a battle in 5th place. There's a lot happening. Tai Chi's trying to hold off 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. That one's really grown. This train has grown. Tai Chi, he was doing so well today, but surely he deserves the 4th place. Let's see if he can't hold off Armandor. And Gnarly just in behind. Gabbo, though, still leading. 2/10 the gap. Turbo's chasing. Red, white and blue racing are cheering their man on. Turbo right now. Oh, he's going to do it. Oh, that's a nuts, crazy spot to try and get the overtake in as we come up towards No Name now. Turbo has taken the lead of the race on the final lap. Gabbo will be pushed out wide. Now, I don't know if Girdle's going to take the spot off his teammate. So now it's a race between the two TPRT guys. You just got to let this one speak for itself. It has been just classic racing all the way from the start to the finish. And now Gabbo and Girdle, it's on between them. It's also on. Oh, Armandor's taken a position away. Let's see if we can't see where it happened. It was already done before we got into Puon. So Armandor's up into 4th. Tai Chi's fallen to 5th. He's got to try hold off 6th and 7th of Gnarly and Tuco now. But it's Turbo who really has taken the spotlight away from the TPRT crew. First to last, last to first, on the last lap. He really does know how to do fine margins. And Gabbo, though, I think he's just going to stay ahead of his teammate as we come up towards the finish line now. It has been an incredible race. Strategy call from Turbo was on point, and he'll take the win. Oh, Gabbo had an accident. Girdle's going to take it from Gabbo right at the end. Did you see that? Look at this. Gabbo got the back end out. Girdle comes through, and he just gets ahead of him. And then back down the back here, Armandor, Tai Chi and Gnarly, they almost had a goings on, but Tai Chi got 5th place, just ahead of Gnarly. Great finish. Thank you, Samuel David Nelson, for liking the stream. Thank you to everyone else that's done that so far. And if you did like today's racing, don't forget to hit subscribe, follow, or like wherever you're following us from on Facebook, YouTube, or Mix. Sorry, not Mixer anymore. Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. But thank you very much, guys. We do have interviews coming up, so hang around. Let's have a chat to the top 3. This is going to be very interesting. It was a fantastic race, guys. And it's a shame the chat fixed itself at the end there, because we had some good chats. It was really good having a talk to Spec and Hector there. and Andrew and everyone about sim racing. I'd like to continue that, so please don't forget to comment when you see the podcast come out later this week when I finally get it edited up. Thank you, Alston. It was intense ender. We've got, like I said, we've just got the interviews, so let's go invite them to the interviews and let's get them talking. Who came fourth? It was Armandor. Well done. Let's see if Tai Chi comes too. Alrighty, let's open up Discord. So we're just going to have the interviews quickly. That's if anyone shows up. But that was a fantastic race. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Results there on your screen. Turbo with the win, 58 minutes 28, and then it was Girdle and just ahead of Gabbo at the end, both in the Supras. Look how close the racing was between them. 849 to a 915. Oh, God, that's tight. But Girdle was third on second or third for the entire race, and then Gabbo just makes a slight slip up coming out the bus stop. Girdle swings on through. All right, the boys are here. Alrighty, well done to Turbo. Well, I didn't expect your strategy to work, mate, but it did. I don't know. Did you expect to go from first to last, from last to first in 26 laps?
No, I didn't, actually. That was a surprise for me.
Is it... Because okay, so my theory was if you start on the hards, you lose the slipstream, and it's such an important thing here at Spa. But I don't know, you made it work. Was there something that happened, or is it just you just have great pace here at Spa?
Apparently I have good pace, because usually I don't really like this track that much, but today I was able to get it done pretty good.
And the Audi, is it good? BOP good for the Audi?
Yes, it's actually very good.
Well, man, I did not... everyone enjoyed your craziness, so congratulations on the win, and bring it home in round... What are we, round 3? Bring it home next round 4.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, Girdle, you only just beat Gabbo by the smallest of margins because he just slipped up. I didn't know if you were going to, fight for the position, or, you was like, second's yours, but you did fight all the way to the end.
Actually, on the second to last corner, I told him, hey, you've carried me the whole track. Just take the second place. I'm not going to fight it. That's why I didn't take the inside line. But then he just went super wide. I'm like, well, I just have to take it, right?
You did.
But yeah.
No other choice.
And then, I don't know, I think we were practicing with the wrong total laps. And it was midway through the race that we thought, hey, weren't the race supposed to be 23 laps? And then we saw the total laps and it was 25. So that's why we did 7 and 8 on soft, and then just the super pace of Turbo, and then the strategy just bite us in the end.
Yeah, Tai Chi was doing well, but you guys held him up for so long when he was on... You were on the mediums, he was on the softs, and that really helped your case.
Yeah, I think it was just the raw pace in the straight of the Supra versus the Subaru was just so different that we had that slight advantage in the long straights.
And obviously working together is a big advantage when you can do that.
Yep.
and then Gabbo, like your mate said, you were going to take second, but you slipped up at the end. Obviously a mistake. Man, so close.
Yeah, so close. I forgot my tires were so worn because we didn't practice that, and I was on the slipstream, so didn't break. But it's really really good race. T64 had after quali that I saw he was like basically half a second faster than me. I was like, okay, we have to go soft or else we're not gonna see him again. And we thought the strategy might work because we held up Taichi a bit.
Yep.
But yeah, it was just too fast to battle in the end.
How did you hold him up? How did you hold Taichi up? Because I tell you what, like he was pretty quick, but you were very quick on the mediums.
I honestly felt more comfortable in the mediums than in the softs. Like I felt like I could push to the limit of the car, but in the corners I could feel that he was closing up, but in the straight the Supra just held up. So I think it was just a matter of top speed, and because if he had like just a little bit more power, he could have bit me in the slipstream to go on the inside.
Well, it was such an awesome race to watch. I know everyone was enjoying it. You guys pretty much got the entire broadcast, so congratulations and well done to Turbo. You fought hard, and to get a win from like that was just amazing. So well done to everybody. It was a great show.
Thanks, congrats, Turbo. You're definitely super fast.
Yeah, really good race.
Thanks, boys. Well, I don't know. Where are we for the next race? What's the track? Have we started practicing yet? Probably not.
Barcelona, I believe. But yeah, we haven't practiced because of the ACC release, so we kind of have been playing that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Too bad I'm a bit upset you guys don't have lobbies yet, but they're working on it, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, don't forget to practice, but have fun with ACC because I know it's a great game. And thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that will end. I was meant to put music on for all that, but that will end it today. Thanks to everyone that's had a chat. Thanks to everyone that's hit like. Thanks to Zero, the VIP, for popping in and enjoying the race with us. Like I said, I need to figure out a badge or something. Someone good with like when I'm talking badge, I'm talking like something you can sew onto your shirt. But I also need emoticons for chat because we don't have our own like, you know, emoticons. And I know that's a thing on Twitch. I'm a bit old because I'm 30. I'm not really into that, but I know a lot of you guys are, and I think it's pretty cool. So I need to get into that. And I know they're probably easy to make. I have no idea. My email, if you want to get in contact with me, is either media@demo1garage.com, or you can contact us on Discord if you're there, through when we're not streaming. But don't forget, podcast is coming out, the Sim Racing Podcast by Demo 1 Garage. We're going to be talking all things ACC on console. Again, don't take any offense or anything I'm saying that. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just totally passionate about sim racing. And we've got Thursday F2s, Fridays F1s. It is the final round of both the seasons, and then there's nothing on Sunday. I'll figure something out. I might even stream some iRacing this week myself, so I might try and get behind the wheel and get you guys, you know, we'll get chatting through the week. But yeah, I want to, big Cajones emoticon. That'd be awesome. Thanks, Ander. Thanks, Hector. Thanks, Spec. Thanks, Zero. Thanks, Jackson. I'm gonna miss someone. Thanks, Alston. I know I've missed someone, but thanks everyone again. That's it. We're done. I'll talk to you guys later, and have a great week. Stay safe. Goodbye.